Hi Stitchy friends, my name is Lisa and this is Lost in Stitches. This is a channel all about cross stitch, and today I'm also going to share some of my knitting adventures. So I'm still teaching myself how to knit, but I actually have something that looks like a scarf at this point. So I'll share that with you. I have my package from Canada Swaps from Lisa. Hi Lisa, I'm so excited to share that with you. Some happy mail, a little bit of haul, and first I would like to start off with doing a review of the Apexel FL25 desk lamp. So lots to talk about today, and we'll dive right in. Okay, let's start with a review of this beautiful desk lamp. So this is the Apexel FL25. It's very compact, and I have really been enjoying this. It just attaches right on to your desk. It comes with this lovely clamp, and then it stays tight, so it has these little screws here for adjusting your angles. The head tips up and down and swivels. And it has this very muted light in here. I'll turn it on to show you in a second, but I actually really have enjoyed this lamp. I get offers sometimes to do reviews for people for products, and I don't often take them up on it, but this lady sent me a wonderful email and sent me 2 of these lamps just to try. So I'm going to turn this one on to tighten this one onto my desk here, so you guys kind of get a different look at it there. And I have both hands free. So then it swivels this way, right, and this way up and down. You have to loosen it here, and it comes with this little tool for doing that. So that's pretty easy. I think you just loosen this off here a little bit, and then it moves quite freely. And then this one swivels, like I said, and here. So I'll just turn on the light. It has these controls. So it just has an on-off. This is on the cord. It has an on-off up and down for the amount of light that you want from your lamp, obviously, and then different modes. So I'll turn this on. Careful not to blind anybody. Ooh, because it is quite bright. You can tell, like if you're doing really fine needlework, this would be fantastic. You can really brighten up your thing, and then you can turn it down so it's not quite as bright. The different modes, so this is the white, you can kind of see there, and then this is the more muted yellow, and then there's like a blue shade of light here. So 3 different modes, and yeah, I just love that you can put this onto the corner of your desk and then just pull in your light as you need it, and then swivel it out of the way when you don't. It doesn't take up any space on the floor, and it's actually quite handy. It folds up completely flat to go into a retreat bag. So you do need to plug it in, so that's the thing. It isn't battery operated. But you know, if you have access to a plug-in at one of your retreats, this would be an ideal lamp. The clamp it opens up really wide, so you could get it onto different sized tables. And just for at home, it's great. I've absolutely loved using it this week. So that's the Apexel FL25 lamp, and it comes in a box like this, all packaged up quite nicely. And for today, they've offered a 10% discount code, so I will put the links below for where you can go and get it. There's a website for international, and if you live in the US, you can actually buy this through Amazon. I believe the price point is around $40, and you know, go and have a look for yourself for sure. And if you use this discount code here, it's LIN Stitch. You'll get a 10% off for this one. So that would take it down by $4 or $5 for you. So there you have it, the FL25. It's a beautiful, beautiful lamp. For anybody that does floss tubes as well, because it rotates, very, very nice for providing that nice lighting. I'll definitely be using this for my videos as well. So anyway, if you're interested, like I say again, the discount code is here and the links are below if you want to try out this beautiful lamp. Thanks, guys. Okay, why don't we start off with some happy mail that I've received. I was so excited to get these two things in the mail. One was quite a surprise, and the other one was my Canada swaps. Oh, I was so happy to get that. So I'll put a picture in here of what I sent to Betty in Ontario. And this was what I put in for my Canada swaps to Betty. So hi, Betty, if you ever watch this. It was so nice doing a swap with, you know, all of you guys. I loved it. So Canada Swaps was organized by Karen, the Stitching Owl, and the two Bay Stitchers out of Ontario. And it allowed all of us in Canada to do a swap within the Stitchers of Canada. So I signed up for that one, and I got my beautiful package back. It's from Lisa from Forest City Stitching. So if you haven't watched Lisa, please go and check out her channel. She's lovely. She has 200 and some videos out already, so there's lots of content there for you. Go and definitely check her out. She posts very, very regularly. So she sent me this beautiful little card with the bumblebee on it. It's so pretty. Look at this little bee. It could be a cross stitch pattern. I love it. And then a very nice little needle minder and a card. So she said she got this needle minder. It's made from a keychain that she picked up in her family holiday to the Great Wolf Lodge in Niagara Falls this past week. So I thought that was just lovely. She turned it into this little wolf paw print into a needle minder. So I have some stories about wolves and being out in the wild. I'll circle back to this. But, ask me below if you want to know. There's lots there. So, and then she also put in some of these beautiful little, floss drops and a little pair of travel scissors. So these will come in super, super handy because I'm going to StitchNorth in October. So I will be using those on the plane. And then those were the extra little goodies, but this is like the pièce de résistance. I love it. Was this little pillow. So it says, if you have the power to make someone happy, do it. And I really, really believe in this. Like, if you can brighten somebody's day, even just with a smile and a thank you or a please, it makes all the difference in the world. So thank you, Lisa, for this. It's words to live by. I absolutely love it. It will sit proudly on my little shelf down in my craft room. So I love this. Awesome. There will be another Canada Swaps from what Karen has said. And Karen, the Stitching Owl, she just did a wonderful review of all the things, all the things that were sent in between all of the stitchers. I sent my picture to her, but I'm not quite sure if she got it because mine wasn't in there. But again, I've shared a picture of it with you guys here. And Betty has confirmed that she received her package. So that's what matters. So that was the first happy mail that I received. And then this next one is from Judy. Now, Judy is in, I believe, Kamloops. Yeah, in Kamloops, BC. So another Canadian stitcher. And she watched my last video, or maybe the one before, when I put in the montage of our Powell River canoe trip. And she saw this piece of fabric in the fabric store. It's a panel. And thought about me and, maybe wanting to share in on a quilting journey here. I'm going to try. But she sent me, oh my gosh, I had to try and step back a little bit. She sent me this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful panel. Look at this. And It's got canoes. Oh my God. Oh, I was so excited when I opened this up. Like, you have no idea. It's so perfect. And I can't wait to try and make something out of this. So it will be turned into a little lap blanket or something of that nature as soon as I can learn how to quilt the squares together for the edging. So lots of my friends quilt, and so I'll be picking their brains about what to do with this. I'm going to a retreat this weekend at Wabamun, and with Jean and the girls for stitching at the lake, and I'm going to take this along with me just to see if they have any ideas of what they might like, what I might be able to turn it into. So thank you, Judy, for that. I so appreciate it. This is the lovely card that she sent of 2 bears. This is a real picture that her brother took of these 2 bears in Wildwood, which is just up from Powell River where we were canoeing. Very, very nice. I love it. So, oh, her brother, his name is Rod. And to see more of Rod's pictures of birds and animals and plants, visit e-fauna.net. And I'll put that across here. And e-flora.net. So mist of 2 for birds and animals. Yeah, so this is her brother. Oh, that's so neat. I absolutely love that. Thank you so much, Judy. It was so kind. And I just so appreciated that. It'll be turned into something absolutely beautiful. So that was my happy mail. Next, I'm going to get into my knitting. I'm a little bit anxious about sharing this. I have this in my little new little project bag here. I picked this up at Staples, actually, for $6. It's awesome. Love it. It holds everything. And I'll take out the wool and the little project. Sorry. So right now, I've been trying to teach myself how to knit for about 10 years, like a long time. And I've just never committed to it. Like I just always, oh, okay, this is hard, or my hands hurt, or, you know, so I never really truly got into it. So I'm trying to take the tag off of this. Sorry about this. There we go. And so I just said, you know what? I know I can do this. I know I can do this. So the last time we were at Wabamun, Cheryl actually taught a knitting class. So I've known how to cast on, knit, purl, and bind off, right? It's not too bad. And you might be asking, like, well, what else is there? But you know, it's all those little nuances, like when you make a mistake or you drop a stitch or you just screw up the pattern somehow and you have to take it back. It's all those little things, excuse me, that I just couldn't figure out. And Cheryl taught me a bunch of those things on the side during her knitting class, and that has made all the difference. So thank you so much, Cheryl. I appreciate it. You're just amazing and such a lovely friend. And it has enabled me to start my first Sophie scarf. So here I am. It's not perfect, people, okay, for any of you expert knitters. Like, I know, but I'm really trying. This is the Sophie scarf. It has an I-cord binding, so you can see the binding here. And I think it's turning out okay. There's no holes yet, right? I'm getting there. So I have about 5 more rows of increases left, and then I do the straight part, and then I'll go in on the decreasing. This is what it's going to look like when it's finished. It's the Sophie scarf, and this pattern is on Ravelry, which I will link below as well. This one is knit on 3.25 Jagu needles, 24-inch. Circular needles, and it is with this glorious wool that I absolutely love it. So it's got all these different speckles and colors, so you can see how this comes through in the knitting. I love it. It creates this beautiful neutral but interesting fabric with the little speckles of red and blue and teal. Very, very, very pretty. This one came from a hand dyer in Calgary, and they are called Ancient Arts Yarns. If you are looking for some beautiful, beautiful yarn, they have a really nice online store. They have a studio in Calgary, and they're sold at the store called, a yarn store called Stash in Calgary as well. So Ancient Arts Yarns, and I believe at the Fiber Nook here, I've seen some of their wool before as well in Edmonton. This one is called Osberg Ship, and it's a Socknado type. It has 385 yards on it, which is 350 meters, and it's 100 grams. So, yeah, it's a 80% superwash fine merino and 20% nylon fingering sock yarn. There you go. And again, this is the name. And this one here is the name of the wool again. So very, very happy with this. I am keeping track of all of my rows and my increases, and so far so good. So that is number 1 for knitting. And then number 2, oh, have I gotten down a rabbit hole. So I found this beautiful yarn store in Edmonton, and it's called Numana Yarns. Now, a lot of you may already know these. They're quite popular. So I picked up these two. This one is called Fall Spice, which I thought was appropriate, and Wine and Whiskey. So, you know, there you go. So these are the two that I chose for my next project. And I am doing a half and half shawl with this, and again, this is what it's going to look like when it's finished. It's pretty big, so I am right at the beginning of this. It's on 40-inch circulars, 3.25 again, and this is how far I've kind of come with getting the kind of in the middle of a round here. My hands got tired. So this is how that one is knitting up. And again, I did this one before I did the Sophie scarf. So I think my stitches will get better as I go on here. Just practice, 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 right? So absolutely love it. I think this is going to be really, really, really pretty. And again, this one is, let me tell you the type of fibers. Well, first it's stitched on 40-inch US 3.25 Chigu, yep, needles. And it is their Barberry sock, 80% superwash merino, 20% soft nylon, 384 meters, and 115 grams. So again, they have beautiful colors. They just opened up a brand new store in Sherwood Park. They were on the Sherwood Park freeway before, but now they're in like a more of an industrialized area, but now they're up in a lovely spot in Sherwood Park, and they have this this glorious new store. If I have any pictures, I didn't take any pictures there because I didn't, you know, want to be rude or whatever, but if she has some online, I'll put it here, and I'll certainly put a link to her website below. I think she has a Yarn of the Month club as well. So that is the two projects that I have cast on for knitting. I'm pretty excited about it. It's turning out okay, and I've made mistakes and fixed them, so I can keep going. So that's a big part of learning any new craft, right? It's just, you know, those little hiccups and overcoming them and learning it, and then suddenly it becomes second nature. So yeah, very happy with that. I'm just going to tidy up the knitting here, and I'll come back with some cross stitch. Be right back. Okay, back with whips. So what have I been working on for the last, I don't know, week and a little bit here? I, of course, have put some more stitches into my Mirabilia Elliana. Absolutely in love with this piece. This is what she'll look like when she's done. I'm stitching it on 32 count linen, Peaceful Purple by Witchelt. And this is where I am now. So I have added in, this was just started, so I kind of filled in a bunch here and a little bit up in this green since last time. I love this. This is definitely coming to the retreat with me this weekend. And I'm trying to just put in a little bit, some stitches every day on this. I'm loving stitching on it. Okay, we'll keep that one till the end. I pulled out my quilts, so it'll look like this when it's finished. I pulled out quilts from Long Dog Samplers, and I am almost done this one. I'm at 80%. I'm at the bottom band, maybe another, I think 7 or 8 of these little triangles, and I reached the bottom of this one. So what I did this time was come my coffee out of the way here. Come across the bottom, and this is the tree that I put in. I had this little tiny bit of red done right here to start it, and I put in the tree last night and brought the border down by another 2 or 3 little triangles. I really encourage you to keep the border going on this one, or even go ahead with the border if you can. It's a bit of a beast because it's a 9 stitch triangle that just repeats in different colors over and over and over again, and they're random. So but I've really been enjoying stitching that, and it's been, I don't know, maybe too long since I've had it out, so figured I'd get a few stitches into that last night. My next one will look like this when it's finished. It's called Bookworm Fairy. So I did put about 300 stitches into this one. You probably won't notice it much from my they kind of disappear in there, but it was all in this blue section right here, this kind of tealy blue. That's what I added in. But every little bit makes progress. This one is not a focus for me. I enjoy the colors, and when I want to stitch on something different, I pull it out. But this is a longer term project, so it will take me a little while. What has been a focus is this next one right here. And oh, I'm so sorry. Hang on, before I jump on. Terrible. This one is on 32 count antique white Lugana, just a plain Zweigart. And this one here is on 18 count white Aida. I stitch all of my full coverage on white Aida. This is a Heaven and Earth design. It's called Bookworm Fairy, and I'll have the link for that below as well. Okay, now moving on. This next one here is a focus piece for me for this year. I reached over 10%. This time I started this on July 29th of this year for part of my birthday and for getting good results on my last CT scan. Woohoo! And yeah, so this is where I am on this one. I've further come down and filled in a little bit of the black, but I'm really doing a lot of counting down here. I brought my very faint grid squares down. I did get a new pen, as you'll see in haul, so I'll do a gridding tutorial here at some point in my next video likely. Yeah, so lots of progress on this one. It didn't get its 300 stitches every day, but I plan on catching up on this one this weekend, as this will be a focus for the retreat stitching. Okay, it's been busy, guys. All right, my next one is Blackberry Designs. So I did actually finish the second one. This one is Apple Orchard, and this is coming out so pretty. The colors are so rich. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So this is called Basket of Cherries. This one is number 2, Apple Orchard, and this one here is called Honeybee. So I just started in on the top of this one, and again, I'll be taking this to the retreat with me to put in to probably get the first half of this one done. It's so pretty. This was part of my a year of stitching for my birthday, so I started these in July and August, and this is the well, I really started it after my birthday, so this is kind of August, September, and this one will be October. I'm just getting ahead a little bit, but I did finish the one for September already. There we go. So very happy about that. I will put a picture in here of what Honeybee will look like when it's finished. This one over here, because I don't have the pattern up here. Sorry guys, my throat is a little scratchy. It's been raining and damp, and I don't know. I think it's just part of the fall for me. My throat always gets like this. All right, so this next one is a picture of what will be here. This is called A Heart Remembers from Blackbird Designs. oh gosh, I'm getting terrible with my fabrics. I'm really sorry. This one here is a 32 count even wave Lugana from Hand Dyed by Rolanda. It's a one-of-a-kind piece, and I do have to share this again because I'm absolutely in love with this fabric. I have 3 more pieces of her fabric in my cart right now. So yeah, in love with this. Whatever you see in her pictures and her postings on Etsy is actually what you get. It's very, very true to color. So this is another piece of her fabric as well. This one here is A Heart Remembers. This is by Blackbird Designs. This was also a birthday start for me. This one here I got done for the month of August. This one here is the September piece. So this is about, like right to here will be about halfway done on this one. So, and there's not a lot of stitching in it. The next one over, this is a 5-piece series that I'm going to put on 1 piece of fabric. But the next one is the house. So that one will be a little bit of a beast. I think I'm going to take November and December to do that center one and then have it done by March. So this is a piece of Hand Dyed by Rolanda. Again, 32 count even weave. And that is Heart Remembers. All right. And my next one is here. This one is, it looked like this one is finished. It's called Summer Quaker by Lila Studio. And I have the center almost done. I have to finish up the lighthouse up here and finish up the boat and the blue fill in. But the majority of the center is done. What I started on was down here in the corner. Let me fold this up for you so you can see it a little better. I started in on the border because I just wanted to start seeing some of that take shape around the edge. This is a piece of 40 count Verdal, and this was dyed by Charlene, my friend Charlene, the Grateful Thread. She has her own fabric dyeing business, and you can get her fabrics through her Facebook group online. You can contact her there. Beautiful, beautiful fabrics. I don't know if my eyes were just super tired the other day. It was pretty bright. I had my light. I had the magnifier there, but I didn't pull it out because normally I can stitch away on 40 count and no issues. But I'm thinking that these glasses are not strong enough for me anymore. I just got them. Like, I don't know how. Anyway, so I went to the drugstore and I just bought a pair of like 3.25 because these are 2.25 now, the progressives in the bottom. So I bought a whole step up and I just have those now and I can put them on and actually see the 40 count. The hard part is though, when you have that strong of any type of reading glasses on without progressives, as soon as you look up, you can't see a damn thing. So I don't know how I'm going to do this. I purchased a little clip-on magnifier with a light that can go clipped onto my project with a little tiny circular and light magnifier, so I may try that. The other thing I may try is the flip down ones that a few of my friends have. I can get those out at Mr. Frame. So a few suggestions there. But if you have any ideas of how you guys handle your magnification, I can only do it for so long with it underneath my light. Like if I bring my light magnifier down over my project and I kind of look through that, obviously to stitch, I can only do that for maybe 15-20 minutes. And then my eyes are like, I just need to stop. So I don't know. I think something closer to my eyes is better than using a faraway magnifier, but we shall see. I'm going to try. But any suggestions you have, please leave some comments below, and I'll get through those and take any suggestions. At this point, I think my eyes are just getting worse though. Yeah. Okay, so that's what I had for whips this week. I did have a request. Oh my gosh, I forgot to write down her name, and I so apologize. There was a viewer who wanted to see the new normal. It's this project here. I haven't been able to stitch on it this week, but it is going to come away with me this weekend because this is a very nice project for retreats. It's just this almost monochromatic with the three different ones, right? So I'm just going to open up my comments here and see what questions came up from last from last time. So there was a question here from Andrew, the Runner Stitcher. Hi, Andrew. I absolutely love his channel. You need to go and watch Andrew. He just had a wonderful update video of a trip that him and his boyfriend went away on, and then they went up to Lake Tahoe, and he had some pictures, lots of wildlife stories. It was fantastic. So great job on your last video, Andrew. I love them all, but just loved hearing the personal side too. And yeah. So anyway, Andrew did ask a question. He was super excited about the stained glass lighthouse full coverage piece that I'm doing. That's here. And he said, just so excited to watch your progress on this one. Is there a lot of confetti? So I wrote back to Andrew and I said, no, this one has a very, very, very good balance of block stitching and confetti. So I find that the black is really a lot of block stitching, and then the confetti you can put in a strand and just go along with it. Like even if you wanted to do the diagonal stitching, like Andrew, I know you've been trying that out. And if anybody wants a tutorial on that, go and see Vani at Thread the Needle. She has a fantastic cross-country diagonal tutorial. And I'll write down her name because I don't think I put her on my list here. I watched her last video. She's just come back to making more videos again, and she stitches primarily on full coverage. So beautiful, beautiful projects. So go and have a watch at her. And yeah, back to Andrew's question, there isn't a lot of confetti in this one, and you can handle it through the diagonals cross country or just carrying threads very, very easily. So the next question, let's see. Harley Rider Stitcher, I'm not sure of the person's name, but hi, thank you so much for watching my last video. And she said she loved the totes that I showed in my last video, and that was the Kohana totes. You can go back to my last video and have a look at those, but I did get them from Kohana.com, right from Japan, from the store over there. Be aware that if you order from them, the conversion is pretty good from the Japanese to Canadian, but you do have to pay customs on the way in. I paid about $22 to get the full package here through customs. So there is a little bit of charge for that, right? So the next one is, where do you get your needle minders? They're almost like pieces of jewelry. So I'll put in some pictures here of my needle minders that I have gotten over the years from a few of my friends. Most of my needle minders come from Karen DeRoche at Rocky Mountain Needle Minders. Now, this is where all the blingy ones have come from. I do have a lot more from Jen as well, from Cute as a Button Needle Minders. The girls, I'm not sure. They're both my friends. I'm not sure if they are shipping outside of Canada at this point, but they're both on Facebook. So feel free to definitely just look them up, Rocky Mountain Needle Minders and Cute as a Button Needle Minders. They both have Facebook pages, and I'm sure Karen and Jen will be very, very happy to help you out. Okay, Paulette asked again, where did you order your new tote bag from? So again, that was Kohana. Let's see, Denise. So I had showed, Denise asked a question about, in my last video, I had showed Mill Hill, how it can be put in, I'll put a picture of it here maybe if I can take one, of how it can be stretched with a piece of t-shirt and kind of, you'll see the picture, yeah, that's better. So anyway, she's just wondering is it one and done, or could you reuse the fabric for the next project? I would recommend just using a new piece because it's easier to get it stretched tight and stitched on. I guess you could, if you had the same size of perforated paper, you probably could stitch it around, but I think it might be difficult to get, to do that and get it tight right to the edge. I'm not sure, but I would recommend just taking a new piece. I just used a really old t-shirt and there was no concerns. Judy asked a question because I showed some of my books from Hull last time. Where did I get my wool applique and paper piecing books? You can go back and watch in that video to see some of those. But Judy, I did write you back, but I got them, just in case you didn't see the message, I did get them from Makeify Marketplace, and I'll put a link to that below in the comments. It's Makeify, Makeify. And, well, okay, this one was from Nola, and she's from Tennessee. Hi, Nola. She said, I have a question about your new Mirabilia. What is the new fabric you've chosen for this? Are you using one thread or over two? And I use the called for fabric. It's 32 count Peaceful Purple from Witchalt, and it's a linen, and I am using 2 threads over 2 for that one, which gives great coverage. I love that on 32 count. And another question from Susan, where did I get the books from? So I think I just wanted to make sure that I answered that again. And I think that was it for questions from the last video. So if you have any questions or anything that you maybe quite didn't understand or want some more information on, or even something that you want to know about me, certainly put it into the comments. I read every single one of them. I try to reply back, especially if there's questions. I definitely reply back. I try to reply back as much as I can. If I give you a like and a heart, it means that I've read it and I appreciate it so much. Sometimes there's just so many hours in the day and you can't... there's only so many hours, right? So you can't get back to answering them all. But I really do try to put in some time and respond to who I can there. So thank you so much for the lovely comments from my last video, for watching, and just really appreciate all of you guys. So, okay, so those are my whips for now. I'm going to tidy this up for a second, and then we will roll into haul. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, haul, y'all. Woohoo! I can't wait. All right, so I have some notes here that I'll have to go over just to make sure I haven't missed anything. I did, just as I stood up to put my whips away, I realized I had one more whip in my lap that I was just hanging on to. This one is fresh off the hoop, so it still has the little nerd hoop marks. I'm sorry, I really do try to iron everything. But this one was finished this morning, so you can see 9/12/2024. With a little over 1 date. It was very fun. This one is called Moonlight Visitor, and it's part of the anniversary series, Anniversaries of the Heart series from Blackbird Designs. And this one is a finish. I'm still trying to decide if because I have more of these patterns from the series. I have the Pumpkin Farm and Farmhouse and Pink House Manners, a few things like that. So, oh, hang on. Sorry about that, guys. Delivery. Again, this one here, I do have more of these patterns, so I'm debating if I want to put a few more on this. I'm not going to cut this one out for finishing just yet. When I go to start the next one, I'll see if I want to put them all together or maybe have these as little pillows. What I'm looking at is how can I make it wide enough or long enough to put into some sort of standard sized frame, so I don't have another great big project to try and get framed. So I want to do some measuring and thinking, and if not, they can be just a little bowl of pillows that I can make and have them like that. So still deciding on if I'm going to make this one big one or not, but for now, Moonlight Visitor is a finish. So at this point, I am at 34 whips. So a couple more starts planned for this week coming. This week was pretty slow on the starts. I did get my honeybee started, and I was just trying to finish up a few things before I had too many more projects going here. So yeah, that's okay. And a few more starts for this week, I think. So let's jump right into haul. I have fallen in love with the Mirabilia patterns and stitching them. I've always loved them. Didn't always enjoy stitching them because I'd only tried stitching on red, and that one for whatever reason didn't float my boat. It's really nice, and I am going to keep going on it, but for right now I'm in a spot where it's just all grays and I'm not super happy. So I ordered a couple the Cathedral Quiltz Goddess. I'll put a picture in here. That one is coming from an online order. And so I went, and a couple of other patterns. You'll see all that haul after we get back from our vacation in Tofino. That should be delivered by then. But I did go to Mr. Stitch. I had to show these without being awkward, but here I got these 4 Krynic. I just love this one here. It's called Punchy Purple Holographic Blending Filament. That's wonderful. And this one is, oh, sorry for the clanking, Robot Red. And this one, it's a number 4 braid. It is, what was the name of this? 202HL. I can't remember the name. Aztec Gold, I think it was. This one was a pale green. And then I got 3 more. This one here is Emerald. Yep, Emerald, Vatican Gold, and I don't remember the name of that one, but it's number 60. Number 4 braid. Can't remember the name of it. So those were the Krynics that I picked up, and then I got 2 more of the Karen water lilies that will go for 2 of the patterns that are coming. The red one is Flame, and then this one is Slate. It's a slate I needed for the Cathedral Goddess one, I believe. So that one is there. And then I also picked up the Confetti Krynic. Wasn't there, but this is the exact color match in Petite Treasure Braid. So I did pick that up to have that for one of the other projects. I grabbed some DMC beading needles because I know I have a couple packs downstairs, but I just want to make sure that I knew that these would fit with the small beads that I just gotten. I did manage to find my pen for gridding. This is the pen that I use for gridding. Sorry for the crinkle. It is the Clover. And here it's a water erasable marker. You can get these in all different kinds. This one here, you don't even need to wash your project if you don't. I would recommend washing it if you use this. But if you don't want to, you can just dab a little bit of water wherever the marks were, and they just disappear, and dab it with a cloth. So it's great. It doesn't take a lot to rinse out, and yeah, it's a great pen. I've never had any issues with it not coming out. Once I have this on the fabric, I have heard some people say that if they're using markers on their fabric, I generally only use this for full coverage. That's it. So I'm stitching right over it anyway. So, you know, whatever. If it doesn't come out, it's underneath the project, right? But I have heard some people say that if they leave it in heat or expose it to an iron or something like that, sometimes these markers can come back. So I would caution on using them on anything like a sampler or something where there's all the white space in the middle. I don't think I would do that. But I just use them for my full coverage because it's easier to keep up with the gridding and the confetti. So, and again, now that I have the marker, I'll do a little tutorial and put that into the next video, I think. This one will certainly probably be long enough. I picked up a 3.25 32-inch circular needle because there's another shawl that I would like to cast on, so you know. And then just a bunch of beads. So sorry, these are going to be noisy. I won't go through all of these. They're just a bunch of the Mill Hill beads for the kits. There's 6 or 7 packs of those there. I did pick up this one here. It's called Tilly Goat from Teresa Kogut. Love, love, love him. And I have Wilbur the pig. So, and there's a little sheep with a scarf, I believe. So that's the other one. I'll do all 3. I really like them. And they're only 111 by 111, so not huge. You don't stitch, you only stitch the actual animal, so not that much stitching. Happy with that. I did see the Mirabilia Mermaids of the Deep Blue. So I picked that one up. This is a gorgeous chart. Tons and tons of beading in this one. I saw a lady finish this some point this week. If I think about it, I'll put it below. I can't remember who it is now, but it's beautiful. So when I saw that one, I haven't stitched a mermaid before. So, you know, Sam, the Hugo Stitcher, she'd be proud of me. She's like, everybody stitched the mermaid. And then I picked up a piece of 32 count Peaceful Purple linen. And this one is it's the same fabric that Elliana is on. This is actually a pretty decent color of it. It's a little bit brighter than this, less gray. And this one is for Blossom. So I have that pattern downstairs. These are the beads for it. So I have everything I need. That one's fully kitted now, and I want to start that one. So that's Blossom. And okay, that was it for haul. So not too bad. We do have a retreat this weekend, and I'm going to try and be good and not buy too much stuff because I don't really need anything else, because that's the understatement, right? But, you know, need and want are two different things when it comes to cross stitch. So, right? And we all collect. It's just wonderful. I love my collection and being able to just sit and look through things and organize it. And that's just super fun for me. So really, really, really like that. Okay, so that's it for the haul part. I did want to go do some shout outs for some Flosstubers that I've been watching over the last week. I have been watching Tammy's Cinnamon Stitches. Tammy is from Perth, Australia. Excuse me. And she has recently moved to Toronto. Like I say recently, but it may have been within the last year. I don't remember the timeline now. Sorry, Tammy. But she opened up recently in her last video. If you go and check her out, Tammy's Cinnamon Stitches, she just opened up her new store. I'll put the name of it across here. I believe it's tpmakes.com. I want to make sure of that though. It's across here. She is a beautiful artist, like beautiful, beautiful, beautiful things. She does watercolored paintings and just so many beautiful things. So I don't have permission from her to share her pictures of her things here. Maybe next time if I can reach out to Tammy and get that. But definitely please go and check out her new store. It was only launched within the last couple of weeks. She's here in Toronto and in Canada. Just superb projects and things in her store. I will definitely be ordering from her. So another person that I have discovered and have been watching along with many of you is Stuart in Stitches. So Stuart is in Scotland. He has a glorious Scottish accent. I love it. And him and his husband live there together. He has beautiful, beautiful projects, and he stitches everything, a very eclectic stitcher. So everything from Mirabilia, Joan Elliott, Bella Filipina, down to full coverages, down to smalls. Like, he stitches everything. If he likes it, he stitches it. And I'm kind of like that. You know what I mean? I have to fall for a project. It's not necessarily that I have favorite designers, but you'll see I run the gambit of stitching everything from full coverage to Mirabilia as well. So yeah, really, really enjoyed watching his new channel. I think he has 2, maybe 3 videos out now, and definitely well worth going and watching. So hi, Stuart. Congratulations on joining Flosstube, and I can't wait to see what you have in all of those project bags. He has a full closet full of project bags and kits and things that he doesn't even know what's in it from over the years. So super excited. He's going to do a bit of a stash dive apparently. So bring that on. Can't wait to see and stitch along with you. And again, welcome. So another one is Maggie, Homemade on the Ridge. She's a new Flosstuber as well. And I believe maybe 2 or 3 videos again. So I just started watching Maggie. Wonderful projects, beautiful setup. She has a really nice area to film her things. So, you know, congrats, Maggie, and thanks for sharing all of your stuff with us. Another one that I recently discovered from Just So Sherrie. I'll write down Sherrie's name because I've definitely been keeping up with Sherrie as well. She's just a hoot and a holler. Every time I see her notification pop up, I watch her because she just makes me smile. So definitely go and check out Sherrie from Just So Sherrie as well. But she actually recommended Cross Stitch Jess, and she's in the UK. I watched her first or second video, I can't remember which one, but the Whip Parade. Go in there and have a look. So about 3/4 of the way through that video, she shows where she has stitched Tangled Fire, I believe is the name of it, from Ink Circles with beads. It's all beads, orange and reds and yellows. Like, it's glorious. It's one of the most beautiful things I've seen for beaded projects. So please go and check out Jess. She's got a few videos as well, and she's doing great. So you know, just go and have a look at her projects. Another one that I've been watching is Maddie, the kitty stitcher. She has one out right now, and then an extra with the what's in her project roll, which I haven't seen the second one yet. I have to go back. I have it flagged to watch. It's in my watch later list. But Maddie is super cute. She's in her 20s. Lots of stitching, and she's super enthusiastic about it. So definitely go and give her a watch. Another one that I've watched is Professor Stitch. I'm not sure if she mentioned her name in the video. I went back to check it and listened again, and I didn't hear it. So Professor Stitch is her channel name, and it was about a month ago. She lives in Texas. She's a history prof, and just again, a ball of laughs. I really, really enjoyed watching her. She's got some really quippy one-liners, and you know, she watches Carol Saltbox Stitcher as well. And Carol, she referred to Carol as the Taylor Swift of cross stitch, and we're not the Swifties, we're all the Salties. So, like, oh my God, I love it. So, yeah, to all you Salties out there, I'm with you. Love Carol. So I'll put in her channel as well. So again, if you're, I'm sure that you're watching Carol, the Saltbox Stitcher, but she has some of the most beautiful stitching I've ever seen. She's one of the original Flosstubers. She's been stitching for a long time, and she has these gorgeous sampler walls. So if you're into samplers, go and watch Carol. If for some reason you haven't discovered her yet. Another one that I've been watching, of course, is Lisa from Forest City Stitching. She was my swap. She sent me part of my my gift for Canada Swaps, so I'll get this out. So yeah, just go over and check her out. She's got lots of great projects. She's very mild and soft, and she posts a lot of videos, so you'll get lots of content from Lisa. Just go over and give her a check out. She's over 200 and some videos, but not that many subscribers yet, so please go and give her a like and a subscribe, and let's help her along. And last but certainly not least, I have been watching Arica from Fibers and Floss Canada and Samantha, the Hugo Stitcher. So these two girls are so lovely. You have to go and watch them. They're both Canadian stitchers. They're best friends, and they both have floss tubes. They just did a wonderful review. They get together every summer over in Winnipeg, where Samantha is, well, she's not from, she's from Kelowna, but living currently in Winnipeg. And they go every year together. They get their families together and stitch and have fun and do crafty things up at the cabin. This is glorious. Like, that sounds like so much fun. So go and watch. They did a floss tube together while they were up there. Lots and lots of stitching. They did for Mirabilia. They did for Mira May. So you can go back and watch these videos if you're interested. But the Mirabilia series, all about how to kit and start Mirabilia, how to bead, how to do the skin 1/1. Just an absolutely amazing Mirabilia resource if you're interested in stitching any of the Mirabilia or Nora Corbett patterns. So these two girls are also going to StitchNorth. We're going to sit together at the retreat, so I'm so excited to get to know them a little bit better. I'm super fangirling over both of them, so so excited. And their friend, Sam's friend Nicole, is also going to be there. So hi girls, can't wait to see you. Another one, sorry, the last one is Michaela from Cinematic Stitches. So go and check out her channel. It's beautiful. She's just learned how to quilt, so congratulations on your first quilt, Michaela. She's also going to be sitting at the table with us at StitchNorth. So it's those 4 that I know, and then there's another 2 or 3 ladies, I think, that I haven't met yet, but I just got their names. So, yay for our table at StitchNorth. And, if you're going, please let me know in the comments below. I've been trying to keep track of some of the people who have told me that they're going, but when it's in the comments and it gets written in my book, it's very difficult sometimes to keep track of everything. So if you are going to Stitch North, please leave it in the comment below. Even again, if you told me before, please just say, hey, I am going, I'm still going. And I would love to meet all of you. So please come up to me. You'll obviously know my face, but I won't know yours. So please come and say hi. Don't be shy. and you know, big stitchy hugs and just get to know each other. So I'm really, really excited about that. Again, for plans coming up this weekend, I'm going to Wabamun for a stitching retreat for Stitching at the Lake with the girls. There's, I think, 37 people going this weekend to that one, so it's going to be quite a busy retreat. I'm pretty excited about it. And then I come back on Sunday, and then we leave to go to Tofino for 2 weeks. So I'll put a picture in here of the glorious sunset on Long Beach in Tofino. Anybody that's been there understands it's just like almost a sacred space for me. So we will be going away for 2 weeks for that, and I'll put a few pictures here at the end just from the last couple weeks. There hasn't been any travels, but lots of beautiful things happening. So thanks for sticking with me, guys, and happy stitching, and we'll chat with you soon. Done. Super happy. Hi, Lucha.